A high-value woman is a woman who provides traditionally feminine energy, which feels like it has vanished outside of religious communities. Here is what I define as traditionally feminine energy: supporting their man when he's down and not criticizing him for it, appreciating his own masculine energy without resenting him for it, appreciating what he brings to the relationship without expecting or having a sense of entitlement about it, to not think of him solely as a resource, giving him a healthy amount of sex and not being withholding of it. This doesn't mean putting out at the drop of a hat whenever he wants, but it does mean not using it as a weapon or using it to get her way or being manipulative with her sexuality. To bring about positive emotional energy in his life rather than critical energy, to being agreeable. This doesn't mean letting a man run over her all the time or letting him tell her what to do. But it does mean backing down from fights on occasion when perhaps the juice isn't worth the squeeze, not always having to be right, not always being so stubborn, not having a constant attitude or sense of entitlement, letting him lead at least sometimes and being fair about it, having a nurturing personality in general, etc. At least this is what traditional feminine energy means to me. It doesn't mean being a stay-at-home mother. It doesn't mean serving him hand and foot. It doesn't mean being a doormat. It doesn't mean having dinner ready every night at 6 p.m. sharp. It doesn't mean having her independence taken away. It doesn't mean being forced into it. Doesn't mean returning to a 1950s housewife lifestyle. It also doesn't mean being entirely submissive and meek and helpless. And every man I know is immensely attracted to it, but it has almost all but disappeared and is borderline demonized in American culture. Most men don't care about a woman's career, don't care about her professional accomplishments, etc. Those things are nice, especially if they make her happy, but it isn't what I would value to men that would make her high value in their eyes. Having traditional feminine energy, which is at an all-time low at the moment, making it a rare commodity, is immensely attractive to me. And that is what makes a woman high value to me. While I can't honestly say it is what all men would be to be high value, I would be surprised if this wasn't a widely held opinion. Here are the traits of a high value woman. 1. A high valued woman is someone who is willing to stand up for what she believes in. She will openly criticize society and not take stereotypical portrayals of her character lightly. She will say things at times that goes against conventions and social norms. A high valued woman is a critic when a critic is needed, and a sycophant when a sycophant is needed, but she will never falter under social pressures. 2. She will have an open mind. She will be tolerant, accepting, and just. She will understand the victim as well as understand the wrongdoer. She will always be accepting of all personalities, all natures, all cultures, and all traditions. This does not make her a sheep. She has not given in to societal pressure by showing understanding. She has chosen to make herself an outsider to sometimes even her own culture in order to further understand it. A high-valued woman will never act out of bitter emotion. What drives her influence is compassion, passion, and rational thought. A high-valued woman is a combination of understanding, patience, and unconditional love. 3. She will also be slightly childish at times, the epitome of innocence when the moment arises. She is not a bore. She knows how to have a nice time, a good time, and a serious time. Although often enough, people will misunderstand her because they confuse the three. She does not let their ignorance define her. She understands them even at her own expense. She will be secret, a prankster, finding enjoyment in making light of the situation or turning it into a comical situation. Women of high value decline to let things that are out of their control upset them. 4. She has a heart of gold and her arms are always open. She forgives the people who sin against her and loves the people whom she allows to be in her life. She does not exclude anyone unless they give a reason for exclusion. A woman of high value always strives to bring the best out of people because she sees beauty in all things considered. 5. A high-valued woman does not need attention from other men or other people. She values and designs her life around the need to not need others. This does not mean isolation or sole independence. This does not make her asocial, for she is the toast of the party if she ever chooses to attend. A woman of high value does not need people. She chooses to be around people. 6. She is naturally loving. All her relationships are powered by love and no selfish intent. If there are any truer altruism, it will be in a woman of high value. Some will see this as a sign of clinginess or weakness. It is not. A woman of high value gives the amount of love to others comparable to the amount of love she deserves. She does not love unequally. Do not think she is weak for that. It is a mistake to do so. 7. A high value woman will concentrate her efforts on intellectualism and lifelong learning rather than the dull drama of the average people. She will give advice, but if someone does not take it, she will not push further. She will shrug and move on with her life until that person's drama passes. And it usually does. If it doesn't and she cares about the person, she will offer a lending hand. But she knows when to draw the line to prevent herself from crossing into the realm of irrationality. A woman of high value is rational. 8. She will always ask questions. Her very nature thirsts for knowledge and understanding. She will have humility and she will never consider herself above others. A high-valued woman will be surrounded by people of lesser value because she gives her value away. She adds value to other people's lives. 9. She is brave. She will stand when others will not. She will sacrifice what others are unwilling to sacrifice. A woman of high value will always stand up for what she believes in. She will always fight back, and she is always ready to strike an attacker and show no mercy if a loved one is harmed. She will fight for those who cannot. This makes her a defender. We can define it as maternal instincts of sisterly love, but I think it's rather much harder than that. A woman of high values protection is undefinable and universal. 10. She has no price. A woman of high value cannot be bought or sold. She is not a commodity. She is a true human being. 11. She is a minimalist. Worldly desires or material objects do not catch her eye. She is happy with a cup of organic coffee or tea in the morning. She enjoys food, but she doesn't eat strictly for taste. She eats because she has to, and sometimes she is so busy she forgets to eat. She loves movies. She'll watch one at least once a week, or every night if she can get away with it. She enjoys all genres, but she usually wants a romantic comedy. She surrounds herself with books, music, her laptop, her writing, or a bunch of podcasts. What catches her eye, the eye of a woman of high value, is the beauty in people, the experiences that money can buy, and the moments when you make her eyes light up. 12. A woman of high value is elegant, sincere, compassionate, open-minded, tolerant, humorous, and of course, beautiful. She has to be beautiful. A high-valued woman cannot be ugly. She will not be ugly, because being beautiful is the aura that she gives off. Her personality, as well as her character, shines past any physical inflection or physical blemishes. Any woman doing one of these things or a combination of them automatically becomes a woman of high value. Nobody is perfect, but a woman of high value will always be perfect, at least to me, because she is able to transform any imperfection into positive energy, into a positive outcome. To simplify, all women are already high value before they've even done anything with their life. They need zero achievements, knowledge, or abilities. Women and children first. Why? Value over any man, regardless of his achievements or qualities. Just like that. I think it's funny that women criticize men for having low standards and just trying to get with anyone they possibly can. He would be happy with literally any woman. That means I personally have low value just like anybody else. Like it or not, ladies, that's how it works. Most men will pretty much just love you unless you do something offensive. I don't have a lot of filters about why I should reject partners. I don't have a long list of requirements. All women are high value because they're women. You don't really have to impress me for me to place a high value on you. Sorry if that's disappointing. Men value the relationship. Women have to think of a lot more than just do I want to be in love. It's never that easy for them. Ironically, a lot of it all makes sense when you consider if you had your choice between 80 different women each week, you would suddenly be picky. Men don't have that kind of choice. Maybe a few women a year will accept you enough to just go out on a first date. The result is that men are low value and not picky, and women are high value and very picky. Nobody is competing for the attention of a guy. That's not how it works. The same mechanic that makes women high value also makes men very low value. In the end, it doesn't matter what a guy wants in a woman. He will probably never have the luxury of many choices in his life. He will have very few suitors to choose from. Most guys pick with a very simple list. Is she cute? Is that nice? Is she relationship material? For men, being relationship material isn't enough. A high-value woman is just someone that values herself in the face of society. She adds value to her and our lives. This is a woman of higher value.